Hello and welcome to Pleasant View. My name is Sissy and today I'm going to show you a few special Sims that I have no doubt you'll see in my Pleasant View series. I'm going to show you Bella Goth, Kaylin Langerak, and Gordon King, who each have their own unique storylines and relationships with our playable Sims. To bring their stories to life, I've manually assigned their lifetime wants, traits, and turn-ons. So let's take a look. First, let's take a look at the beautiful Bella Goth. I'll have her gussy up and show us her outfits. I tried to keep Bella's iconic looks in her outfits. Taking a closer look at Bella, she's going to become an elder in 9 days. Her lifetime want is to reach the maximum long-term aspiration. If you don't know, that's the second bar between the influence bar and the aspiration meter. For Bella's traits, her favorite color is red, her favorite music is world, she's brave, she's irresistible, she's lucky, and she passed this trait down to her son Alexander. She's a night owl, and she's indecisive. I gave her this indecisive trait as I thought that perhaps this is a result of her meeting with the aliens. In my headcanon, Bella's been gone for 5 days, which is much longer than the typical alien abduction. A typical alien abduction only has your sim leave for a couple of hours. But Bella was kept, and they ran additional experiments on her, and I think this left a lasting mark on her. I consider this the real Bella Goth. She hasn't returned home yet, and we'll flesh out her story later on in the series. Bella also has the Watcher Book of Faith in her inventory. In addition, I've given Bella a prisoner electronic tag. What this does is it makes it so that your sim doesn't appear on community lots, so we won't see Bella randomly walking around the neighborhood, since she's supposed to still be missing. The way I see it, Bella's not quite ready to go back home yet, for whatever reason. She's either lost some of her memory, not sure who she is anymore, maybe as a result of the indecisive trait, has seen that her children have grown up, her husband has moved on slightly, and maybe she's still trying to figure out where she fits into this new normal. Unfortunately, you can't assign townies lifetime aspiration benefits, so even though Bella is old enough for a secondary aspiration, she doesn't have one, and she also doesn't have any of her romance, needs, or work perks. Taking a look at Bella's chemistry, her turn-ons are plant lover and intellectual, which both fit Mortimer Goth, and her turn-off is laid back. I'm sure we'll see more of Bella as the series progresses. Now let's take a look at Kaylin Langerak. Unfortunately, my custom makeup isn't available to be applied to NPC Sims, so Kaylin and Gordon don't have eyelashes, but I did give her some eyeliner to try to replicate this a little bit. Now let's take a look at her other outfits. If you're unfamiliar with Kaylin's backstory, Kaylin is romantically involved with both Daniel Pleasant and Don Lothario, so she's sure to make an appearance in the series fairly early on. I've calculated Kaylin's age as being 35 days away from being an elder. Now, whether or not Kaylin moves in, I'm gonna have her age along with the rest of our Sims, because it wouldn't make sense for her to stay the same age when she already has a relationship with Sims in the neighborhood. I'll also begin other townie aging once they enter our story. Kaylin is a family Sim that did not attend college, and her lifetime want is to reach golden anniversary. This means that Kaylin definitely wants to get married. Let's take a look at Kaylin's traits. Her favorite color is white. She is a neat Sim, she is a shy Sim, she is a hopeless romantic, she's excitable, and she's a perfectionist. In addition, her favorite music is the oldies. I love Kaylin. She's one of my favorite Sims to play after Brandy, so she usually ends up moving into the neighborhood in some form or fashion. I'm not sure what her story will be this time, but I'm sure it'll be fun to play. Kaylin also has a Watcher Book of Faith in her inventory. Like townies, NPC Sims can't have lifetime aspiration benefits assigned, so Kaylin doesn't have any aspiration perks yet. If we take a look at her turn-ons, Kaylin's turned on by athletic Sims, and charismatic Sims. Both of those apply to Daniel and Dawn. Her turnoff is outgoing. I gave her this turnoff since Kaylin is such a shy Sim. I feel like she would be very put off by somebody who put her in ridiculously awkward situations. I can't wait to play her. Gordon King is another Sim that starts the game with a relationship to our playable Sims. He's friends with Dustin Broke, and they both work in the criminal career. Well, technically Gordon's just a burglar and not in the criminal career, but it's implied that that's how they know each other. Speaking of the burglars, if anybody has any suggestions for default replacements for the burglar outfit, please let me know. I haven't found one that I love yet, and I would really like to replace this. Let's take a look at Gordon's other outfits. Gordon is an adult Sim who's going to become an elder in 40 days, meaning he's only 1 day into his adult lifespan. I have it in my head that Gordon and Dustin went to high school together, and that Gordon's only recently turned into an adult, and that Dustin and him have known each other for at least a few days. Maybe they met while they were in school, and Gordon's just a little bit older. Gordon is a knowledge Sim who didn't go to college, and his lifetime want is to discover 10 stars and 10 planets with the telescope. Gordon had some interesting options available to him for lifetime wants, and this is one that didn't show up for any of the other Sims, so I thought it would be fun to give it to him. Now let's take a look at Gordon's traits. His favorite color is white. His favorite music is reggae. He's a swiper. He's a gatherer. He loves the outdoors. He's grumpy. And he's erratic. Honestly, I chose these because I wanted to give them to somebody, and I thought it would be fun to give this cute mix of traits to Gordon. I don't know how being an erratic, grumpy swiper is gonna play out, but I can't wait to see. Gordon also has the Watcher Book of Faith. Just because he's a burglar doesn't mean he doesn't believe in the Watcher. Gordon also has a pack of cigarettes in his inventory because I see him as a smoker, similar to Daniel Pleasant. Just like I have a few non-religious Sims in the neighborhood, I also only have a few smokers. Gordon also doesn't have any lifetime aspiration benefits because he's an NPC, but he does have turn-ons and turn-offs that I've set for him. Let's take a look. Gordon is turned on by adventurous Sims who are also artistic, and his turn-off is well-liked. As I've mentioned before, I wanted a wide variety of turn-ons and turn-offs to be used in the neighborhood, and I couldn't figure out who else might want to be turned off by well-liked Sims, so I figured our erratic, grumpy swiper was the perfect candidate. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you for our first day of Pleasant View in the next video. Take care!